John, thanks for your time today. We're just talking about the sort of the pipeline growth for DoubleTree and how many you've opened in Australia, and half of your global growth out of Asia Pacific. Obviously, Australia, South Pacific, really key part of that, isn't it?
It is a key part of it. More than half the hotels we have in the pipeline are in Asia Pacific, and that's more than 70 hotels of the 140 we have. And from having no hotels in Australia to now having 5 open and 2 more announced, those being in Fremantle and in Perth, we're really off to a very strong start in Australia. And if you look at Southeast Asia, with 1 open in New Zealand now, in Queenstown, which has been open just a few months, and a hotel that will be opening in Fiji later this year, we've really gone from no hotels to a very strong footprint in a very short amount of time.
Obviously helps the biggest inbound markets, UK, US, and whatnot, all know the DoubleTree brand. That obviously is probably good for your global footprint and global business, isn't it?
You're exactly right. With China, the UK, and the US key feeder markets for Australia, and us being well established in those 3 parts of the world, it's very strong for Australia. And also having Hilton as a well-known brand here, and DoubleTree as DoubleTree by Hilton with the endorsement, has really helped us get a leg up on the generation of awareness in Australia. And we're confident that as we continue to open hotels quickly, that they'll perform very, very well as the ones we've opened so far have. In
that upscale segment that we're talking about, how important is it to have a Hilton name associated with your other name with DoubleTree in terms of what the traveller kind of perceives and expects from the master brand?
It's very important because DoubleTree has been an American brand, and now that we're global in 35 countries, having the endorsement of Hilton really creates an instant level of credibility and awareness in markets where we go. And then having travelers experience DoubleTree and the care culture that we offer, signified by and with the first taste of the chocolate chip cookie that we offer to guests when they check in, is a way that we really start to develop a unique awareness of DoubleTree and how it's different than Hilton hotels.
We're talking about technology as well in terms of the new room key technology by using your phone to open the doors. You were saying that Waldorf and Hilton first, then DoubleTree after that?
Yes, the Hilton Hotels and Resorts and Waldorf Astoria will be the first 2 brands, and we're working on the initiation of that rollout this year. In about 18 months' time is when we'll start with DoubleTree, again based on the success of the rollout of the first 2 brands.
And so a lot of people know that cookies are one of your signature treats when you come to a hotel. What are the other hallmarks of the brand that people might not necessarily know about, like things like Wi-Fi, like we were talking?
Sure. The DoubleTree by Hilton brand has a very unique profile in that we have a lot of very different hotels, from one that has 30 rooms in the Seychelles to the Tropicana, a DoubleTree by Hilton hotel on the Strip in Las Vegas with more than 1,500 rooms. Yet the thread that really knits all those hotels together is care culture, and what we offer up is referred to as the Traveler's Reward, where it's the special touches and acts of kindness that we offer travelers to really return the human touch to the travel experience. So it's really the service culture, the handful of key benefits, including the Sweet Dreams bed, the wake-up buffet breakfast that we offer at DoubleTree, the 24-hour fitness centers and access to technology in the hotel, and then the service culture and the service experience that we offer, really what make DoubleTree a brand that's unique, and one of the reasons why it's been so successful globally, especially in new markets like we've seen here in Australia with the 5 that we have open. And
what kind of split are you looking at with business and leisure at the moment? Obviously, it depends on the market, but generally speaking, is it pretty even?
It's more business and leisure. It's about 60-40. But we've done a lot of promotion of our leisure business that's been extremely successful. And the marketing that we've done globally, which is really focused on the Hilton portfolio with individual brand call-outs based on where the different brands have a preponderance of hotels, has proven very successful for us. And then the bulk of the business and the promotional work that we do for the business traveler is coming through Hilton Honors, which now accounts for nearly half the business that comes through DoubleTree by Hilton.
And it's a conversion brand, a new build brand as well. And what kind of interest are you getting on the conversion side of things at the moment from hotels under existing brands or unbranded?
We've had strong interest from both, and that's really fueled the growth for DoubleTree. We still have a lot of new build hotels in the pipeline, predominantly in Asia Pacific. We have some that we're opening in Europe and some in the Americas that are new build hotels. Just opened a hotel in Santiago, Chile, for instance, which is a new build. But the preponderance of the growth that we've seen is through conversions. We get interest mostly from existing branded hotels, although we do have a number of independents that also brand, and we see great growth out of those hotels as well once they hook up to the DoubleTree engine.
I mean, when you look at growth for Hilton worldwide, globally, is it how does DoubleTree fit in there in terms of the amount of hotels in the pipeline compared to the rest of the company?
And I'll have to get for you the total number of hotels that we have in the pipeline, but with more than 140 hotels in the pipeline for DoubleTree and a similar number for Hilton hotels, though the Hilton openings are all new build hotels. The growth for Hilton worldwide is very strong, and it's one of the things that as a public company we've now been able to tell people about, and it's one of the things that Chris Nassetta, our CEO, has called out as one of the key goals for us this year is what we call net new unit growth, and it's a big number for us, and DoubleTree is a key part of that growth.
Pretty exciting time at the moment. There's a lot of takeovers, a lot of mergers, a lot of buyouts, and is this something that do you think we'll see for a while? Is that the kind of feeling in the US at the moment?
I think the number of takeovers and mergers you're seeing is really driven by the success and the strength of the hotel business now. We're seeing that not just with small chains being bought by larger companies, but you're also seeing that with a lot of change in ownership and assets, which is a key benefit for us, because anytime a hotel changes hands, it's an opportunity for us to present to the new ownership an opportunity for DoubleTree as a brand, which can really, we think, increase the value of that asset and increase the cash flow. So that's a story that we tell to owners when hotels change hands, and it's been very beneficial for DoubleTree and we think for Hilton worldwide overall.